Hello viewers and welcome to Rfactor2, where this is my main racing sim, as many people who watch my channel know. This is my favorite racing sim of all time, mostly for its AI and physics. While yes, the content is scarce, well, I mean the modding community is scarce, as well as the community itself being very small. But in general though, Rfactor2 is a lot of fun. Definitely more fun than Project Cars and a set of courses would be. But this video is to prove my point about what I said back in the Project Cars 2 video. So what you could say is that this is a follow-up video on the British Videos PC gaming episode that I did for Project Cars 2. This is to prove my point about the crash physics as well as the AI. So what I will demonstrate first is the crash physics. We're on Bathurst once again, and what we're going to do first is that I'm going to have the damage multiplier on by 100% just to prove my point about the crash physics in this game. And we're using a McLaren 650S for this. I thought I'd stick with content created by Studio 397 for this video. Basically, I wanted to keep to the content that was made by the developers of the sim, rather than mods made by the community, just to make this a fair test or a fair comparison. And for this, I'm using a McLaren 650S GT3 car, and we're racing with 100% damage multiplier, along with us being on the Bathurst circuit. So without further ado, let's go on to the Bathurst circuit to demonstrate what I mean by the crash physics being a lot more better. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bathurst. So what we're going to do is we're going to go straight onto the track, and we'll switch to the this view here, just so I can demonstrate to you better what I meant by the crash physics in Rfactor2 being way more better than Project Cars 2. Now, let me just clarify this by saying I am not saying in the least bit Project Cars 2 is a bad game, but my point is that Project Cars 2 has the potential to be a better racing sim if it gets its act together with the AI and the crash physics. So basically what we're going to do here is that we're going to drive up to the top of Bathurst Hill. This is where I tested the crash physics last time in Project Cars 2. So here we go. We're closing up towards the place where I crashed in Project Cars 2. So here we go. Gonna crash into this wall here. Okay, but that's not how I wanted to demonstrate that. So let's try again. Sorry, I didn't reconstruct the crash correctly there. I have no flag rules on, so I can demonstrate this to you better without the fear of getting penalized by the game. Now, here we go. Took the corner there better this time. Right, now, here we go. Here we go. This is where I crashed up last time. So here we go. About to crash into this wall. Bang! And as you can see there, the car wasn't on rails there when I crashed there. Basically, it has better damage here in this game than Project Cars 2 has. I've wrecked the engine, and I've pretty much wrecked almost all of the car here. The engine has stopped. If that was Project Cars 2, I would have been redirected back onto the track, and the race would have continued on. But this one, though, it was one hard knock was enough to knock the engine out completely. Now again, so I will go ahead. I will go back in, turn off the damage multiplier, because I want to demonstrate how the car would take flight, or how the car reacts to crashes with the damage multiplier off. Alright, so welcome back to Bathurst, everyone. Now, what we're going to do here again is that we're going to head up to the next corner where I crashed out in Project Cars 2. Again, to demonstrate the crash physics of this sim. So here we are, driving around Bathurst, coming up towards the top of the hill, into Griffin's Bend we go. Oh, I went around that corner a bit too fast, but oh well, just goes to show how hard I'm trying to put in a lap. Not. Right, this is where I crashed the last time. I don't want to crash here again this time, because I've demonstrated how the crash physics work when I slammed into that wall hard. But as you saw there, the car, I automatically, after that crash, the car was thrown off balance, and I lost control because of it. So anyway, here we go. About to crash into this wall here. Bang! Again, had nowhere again, the car wasn't sent off back into the wrong direction. Okay, here we go. Bang! As you can see there, the car here in Rfactor2 even rolls over and gets sent flying into the air. If that was Project Cars 2, the car would have just stuck onto the ground like Superglue. But here, the car actually took flight and rolled over there completely, sending it straight into the grass there. But anyway, one more time, but this time I will turn on the damage multiplier up to 100, just so we can do that crash again. But the second crash we did, but more to do with the damage multiplier on. So that way I can give you a better demonstration on how the crash worked. So with that first crash I made, I crashed into that wall, it damaged the suspension, and I lost control completely because the car's weight was thrown off balance, and I couldn't regain control of the car there in time. So that way it went flying off the track there. Right, so here we go. Test 3. This time with the damage multiplier on. Okay, I want to be in the chase cam for this demonstration. So here we are. We've just left Griffin's Bend now, heading up the hill. I mean, even the cars here in Rfactor2 drive a hell of a lot better than what Project Cars 2 provides. I mean, the cars in Project Cars 2 was good to drive, but Rfactor2 just does a more better job at it. So here we go now. We've crashed here before, but we don't want to crash here again. So just coming around the top of the hill there. Was I nearly lost control there, but that's okay. Into this bend we go. Now here we go. About to crash into this barrier. Bang! As you can see there, the car even rolled up on its side. The car... And as you can see there... Well, now it's rotated back onto its roof again. Yeah, Rfactor2 has this mechanic where when the car lands on its roof, it would roll back over onto its wheels. So here's a crash again. Bang! The car took flight. And even rolled across the wall on its roof. Why can't Project Cars 2 physics be like that? That's my question. But yeah, I think I have made my point about the crash physics here in this game. Now, next thing I want to make my point about. The AI. This was something I criticized heavily in Project Cars 2. So what we've done, we're racing at AI strength 97%. And we're going to be using 80% AI aggression. And the track we're going to be racing on is the Silverstone circuit. So that way I can demonstrate to you guys better how the AI would work. So we'll go down to 4 laps. 4 laps we'll do for this race to demonstrate how the AI behave. Oh, and we need some AI drivers as well. We had 19 AI drivers the last time, but so we're going to use that same amount again to keep this as much of a fair test as we possibly can. I could turn up the AI limiter, but that'd be cheating, and that would be an unfair test or an unfair comparison. So to keep this to keep things fair, I am keeping the AI limiter off. The AI would still race more fun the AI would still race more harder, would still race hard even without the AI limiter. So anyway, here we go now. We're loading up at Silverstone, and all this once again is to prove my point. We're doing 4 laps around Silverstone, as I explained already. But yeah, one thing I will agree though on, it has longer, Rfactor2 has longer loading times than Project Cars 2. That'll be another thing that Project Cars 2 would win on compared to Rfactor2, is shorter loading times. But I suppose though, in fairness for Rfactor2, it is powered by mods, so you would kind of expect the loading times to be that little bit more longer. Okay, we're loaded up now. I'm starting in last place because to simply demonstrate how the AI would behave. So, when I got off to a race start, I automatically was making up places half of the field off the start of the line, which was completely unnatural. But here in Rfactor2, the AI get off to the same start as me, and the only place I've made up is one place. Well, not yet. I'm only about to make up this one place here, but with this Corvette right beside me, who's gone wide a bit there, and also there's been a few of the cars have just gone wide there, but no crashes so far, so that's all good. But anyway, here we are. We're chasing out this Corvette. Look, even the AI are taking different racing lines here. You may think they're slotting in, but no, they're actually taking different racing lines here. And once we get to this straight here, look up ahead. You see that white McLaren? He went to take a defensive racing line there. If that was Project Cars 2, he would have stayed on the racing line for the rest of the race with no overtaking. But actually, they're still constantly battling it out for each other, battling it out here. Do you see my point here now, guys? About the AI being a hell of a lot better. I'm not even make up half of the places or anything. I'm still chasing these guys down. That's the beauty of Rfactor2 AI. They race each other. This is how AI really race. Not like the AI in Project Cars 2, where look, they're even overtaking each other. Look, even that McLaren there ahead was was thinking about making a move there. The point is though, the AI race more like humans. That's the point I'm trying to make. Look, that Corvette was going wheel to wheel with the McLaren there, and now that Radical was making the move on the Bentley there. And look, the McLaren there is actually going for the move, and the Corvette goes for the more defensive line. Are you seeing my point here now, guys? The AI are being more smarter than the AI in Project Cars 2. They're actually taking risks. That's the beauty of Rfactor2 AI. They take risks. And now the McLaren is there, is trying to go for the move on the Corvette, but the Corvette has the faster racing line. And oh look, there's been a crash. There has been a crash already, and now I've been caught up in that traffic jam. They even make mistakes in... Oh, as I stalled the car there. My bad. There was even a mistake been made. The point is that I'm trying to make here, guys, is that the AI behave more like humans. How Assetto Corsa and Project Cars 2 AI can make AI this authentic, and a Corvette there has gone off and crashed into a barrier. Not sure how he's gone off there. But anyway, so we're stuck in last place, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I win the race or not. The whole point is to prove my points, really, about the AI in Rfactor2, because I sparked a bit of debate in that video with another person about the AI in Project Cars 2. And this video is just basically to prove to that person my point about the AI in this game. Well, yes, Rfactor2 isn't as graphically pretty as Project Cars 2, but Rfactor2 has everything that Project Cars 2 isn't. Basically, Rfactor2 is everything that Project Cars 2 isn't. That's my point here. But I will admit though, even Rfactor2 AI has problems because the AI is very dependent on the track AIW as well as the mod itself. If it's a track with a bad AIW, chances are the AI won't race very well. But if it's a track with a good AIW, chances are they will race more better. And also, it's also very dependent on the mod as well. If it's a mod like this one here, like the one I'm driving now, chances are the AI are going to perform a hell of a lot better. But if it's a mod that's not been made so well, chances are the AI are not going to race very well. But anyway though, we're stuck in last place here now. But it doesn't matter if I win the race or not. As I said, the whole point was to just prove my point about Rfactor2 AI comparing it to Project Cars 2. So anyway, we're on to lap 3 out of 4 now. Well, we've done 2 laps as I gone wide there. Okay, things have started to settle down a bit, but I will get a replay file afterwards, or we'll take a look at the replay of that race, just to see my point about how the AI racing is from the front of the field. Okay, things have settled down at the back of the field, but I imagine they'll still be racing at the front of the pack. I'm 3.8 seconds behind gas-powered. Oh, I thought I seen 2 cars there going side by side with each other there. I'm not too sure, but I imagine they were. Oh, I think there's been a crash. Yes, there has. A Corvette has gone off. 1 lap to go. I locked the brakes up there a bit, but I'm still maintaining control of the car. But look, even the 2 McLarens there are racing each other. There's no large gaps between the cars. Well, there are at some point, but even the AI are closing the gap on each other here. They're not maintaining the same gap like they did like the AI in Project Cars 2 are. They're actually closing the gap between each other. I imagine if I had fixed setups on, or if I was using my setup, the AI would be racing even more harder. But for the sake of this comparison, just to keep things fair, I've decided to use standard setups for this race in order to keep things fair. Okay, so now that McLaren is starting to pull away a bit. Look how close the AI are racing each other here. They're racing more closer than the AI in Project Cars 2 are. The AI are more fun to race against in Rfactor2 than the AI in Project Cars 2. But anyway, we've crossed the line now and we have won the race. Well, not won the race, but we finished 18th. Now, let's go back to full screen. Go back to the start. And we'll watch this, and we'll watch the race from this view. So here we are, the AI got off to a good start. And they were racing side by side with each other here. I mean, even the Corvette and the Bentley there were getting scrappy with each other. I mean, look how hard the AI are racing. They're not backing down. They're not braking hard or chickening out here. They're actually racing hard here. And even the McLaren and the Radical there. Even the Corvette there went off the racing line to take a more defensive racing line there. But he moved back across. And is holding on to first place. Oh, there's some more racing going on there from behind, as there is a Bentley there going wheel to wheel with a Corvette. Well, it was going wheel to wheel with a Corvette, but now even the Radical came out of nowhere and took the Bentley. And now even the McLaren did the same thing, all because the Bentley made a bit of an error. And now the Bentley slots in there behind each other, or slots in behind the McLaren. Anyway, let's go up more to the front. Now, will this McLaren go for the pass on the Radical? Yes, he's going for it. He's trying. Oh, and they make a bit of contact there, but he was trying to go for the pass there. That's the joy. That's the difference. Now let's look more at the back. Look, even this McLaren there made the move on the Corvette, and it actually worked. And there was me trailing behind the other cars, but then there was the crash. Apparently a Corvette spun off, and that's how I got held up because of it, or the engine shut it off on me there. But I think I have proved my point now about the AI. So I think now I have proved my point about both the AI and the crash physics in this game. Think of Project Cars 2 and Rfactor 2 as two school kids. Project Cars 2 is always the kid that's always showing off, looking for attention, showing off his looks, trying to be the cool kid in the school, whether as or being the cool, not just in a school, but anywhere really. Whereas Rfactor 2 is the more modest kid that isn't as good looking as as Project Cars 2, but has way more ability and does things way more better than what Project Cars 2 does, pretty much. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in my next video.